Benefit of our viewers who are not from Bengal, if you could just take us through the iconic significance of this particular song as well as the Baul culture, what it means and how it's very important for this culture to be preserved. Let's keep the politics aside for a while. The fact that the Baul culture needs to be preserved is something that's a very important necessity, especially in today's world.
Well, Tangshu, the song that you just heard, delivered, performed by Basudev Das Baul in front of the Home Minister is as you rightly said, "Tomay rid banjhare ragbo chhede debo na," is a song which is based on a philosophy called Dehotattva. Dehotattva is essentially a philosophy which is based on the human body and the significance of human body and its merger with nature. And that is where the Baul philosophy comes in. Baul is essentially an extract of the Dehotattva philosophy, which focuses on the human body. And essentially, Baul songs are have multiple meanings in most of these songs, which are penned by poets and Bauls and fakirs who sing these songs. May have an apparent meaning, an underlying meaning. And Baul is not a religion. You see, it's a way of life. It's a culture. It's a way of life. It's a tradition that is followed by people who essentially go and approach people and talk about their philosophy and ideas in life by means of these very beautifully penned songs, which are then put to tunes and the philosophy of brotherhood, of love, of the song that Varsha was singing a short while back was a song that was penned by Lalon Fakir, an iconic representative of the Baul culture in Bengal, someone who had a great influence on Tagore himself. Lalon Fakir, some say that he even met Tagore at the fag end of his life. He lived for a long time. He was over 100 years old when he passed away, but at the fag end of his life, he probably also met Tagore, is what is believed, although there are no exact documentations on that. But it is for sure that Lalon Fakir had a great influence on Tagore. Many of Tagore's songs are based on the Baul tradition. The tunes are shared from the Baul culture. So obviously Baul and the central Bengal folk culture is inextricably linked, and that is where Amit Shah wanted to make his presence felt. You see, the politics and the culture of it all, get merged into each other when a program is planned in this way, and that is exactly what BJP planned to do. Yesterday, it was at Midnapur, where the message was overtly political. Here in the land of Tagore, there is an inclination right from the very beginning by the BJP's, the dispensation who planned the entire tour of Home Minister Amit Shah, to ensure that the culture, the heritage of Vishwabharati of Tagore. You see, at the Sangeet Bhavan, where Amit Shah was hosted by the university authorities, there were songs of Tagore that were played out for him. The dances, the dance recitals were played out for him. The performances were made in front of him, and then that gave the Home Minister a sense of what the university stands for, what the ground stands for. And now, when out of the university he visits this gentleman's residence, and is now having his meal at his residence, Basudev Das Baul. Obviously, as Payal has been talking about for some time now, the menu that is on offer: bhat, dal, aloo posto, begun bhaja, potol bhaja. It's a very simple Bengali meal, cherished mostly by people in those parts of the state. It builds a connect. It builds a connect with the ground. It builds a connect with the people, and that's the overt message that the BJP is trying to give. Of course, Ritangshu, you have to keep in mind that right from here, Amit Shah is going to participate in that road show, where obviously the overt message would be more political in nature rather than cultural and philosophical. It would be a concrete political message. And that message, of course, would be to tell the ruling dispensation here in Bengal that look here, the BJP is well and truly arrived, even at places which are considered to be your strongholds. You see, the places like Birbhum, places like Midnapur have remained largely loyal to the Trinamool Congress over the last decade or so. And for example, today at Bolpur, which is considered to be a stronghold of another Trinamool Congress strongman, Anubroto Mondol. And right at the heart of Bolpur, Amit Shah is planning this roadshow, which starts from Dak Banglo crossing over to the Chaurasta, a distance of about 1.2 kilometers, where he would be trying to give out that message that we have arrived, the BJP has arrived, and there's a lot of pomp and show involved in it. Right now, what we are seeing him having his meal at Basudev Das Baul's house. Is this the meal that Amit Shah normally has? Probably a part of it, yes. Dal chawal, obviously, roti, obviously, but then there are some traditional Bengali food that is involved in it as well. Aloo posto. It's a meal in which potato is mixed with opium-based oil seeds, and that's a delicacy for any Bengali worth his salt. Obviously, the other part, the sweet dish. Look at the sweet dish. Guder rasgulla, payesh. That gives the feel, the understanding that Amit Shah is trying out dishes which are so very closely connected to the grassroots, to the ground, to the people over here. So obviously a way to reach the hearts and minds of the people of Bolpur and the surrounding areas of the people of Bengal is also food is one very important way of making that happen, and that is what at least the BJP dispensation believes, and that is exactly what you're seeing happening on the ground over here.
Well, that's, as Shogata pointed out, that's what we are seeing right now in our visuals. On the left, we saw this Baul performance just a few minutes back, and now Amit Shah is having this traditionally Bengali lunch. It's vegetarian. There's no fish there there. But it is a vegetarian lunch of aloo bhaja and begun bhaja and all traditional vegetarian Bengali dishes as well. We're going to head into a short break, but of course what we are seeing on the screens goes much beyond just a simple visit and just a simple showcasing of Bengali culture. There are of course a lot of political motives, a lot of political ideologies and political objectives associated with this visit, and we're going to discuss that with my guests on the other side of a short break. Stay on with us.
News 18.